Hi, I'm David Orlofsky. Welcome to the first Parsha in 5. Those of you who may have watched my podcast know that it is a long-form way of communicating, and it's often 45 minutes, sometimes up to an hour. But there are people who just want to be able to say a little idea on the Parsha. So we are starting Parsha in 5. This is a new thing we're going to be doing. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, you'll get a notice for it. If you want to join up on the email group, you can get a notice for it. But that's it. This is my introduction. And I'm going to try to give a little 5-minute idea on every parsha so that you have something to say over the Shabbos table. Parshas Bereishis. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to be. Yep. Bereishis. The Torah begins with a Beis. I told you once, it's a famous vart. The Torah begins with a Beis and ends with a Lamed, and backwards that spells Lev. You should always learn the Torah with all your heart. I had a guy who used to come to my house. He would say the same vart over every single time he would come. So finally I said, the Torah starts with a Beis and ends with a Lamed. If you say it more than once, it's Balbel. So just enough already. Anyway, it starts with a Beis. Now, what is Beis? Beis is the second letter of the Torah. The Rabbi Akiva, obviously it's Rabbi Akiva. It says it started with Beis because that's the letter of Bracha, and that's how we begin creating the world. But you understand that if you start the Torah with Beis, that means before it came an Aleph. There's an Aleph before the Beis of Bereishis. What does that mean? That means there are certain things that went into the creation of the world that we don't understand. We start with the story. Bereishis bara Elokim v'hashamayim v'haaretz. Hashem created the entire world. What was going on before that? You know, all these Chazal, 2,000 years beforehand, there were 6 worlds before this, 5 worlds before this. There's all kinds of different ideas. Forget about it. We're starting with the Beis of Bereishis, and the way Beis is shaped is it's completely closed. The only place to go is forward. That is the story. Bereishis, the first thing that Hashem creates is time. And time only goes forward. It doesn't go backwards. I'm sorry, there is no time travel in the Torah. And therefore, we begin the Torah with a Beis because we are going forward with a story. And as the story unfolds, the events take place and we understand what's going on. We don't understand the events as they're unfolding, not until it's over and we look back. And that's why there's a mistake some people have that Moshe got the Torah at Har Sinai. Trust me, if he got the Torah at Har Sinai, he would not have sent out the Meraglim. He would have not have hit that rock with his stick. Yeah, there's a lot of things that he would have avoided. So he didn't get the Torah. The Ramban explains at the beginning of Bereishis that the entire Torah were just letters mixed together to say names of Hashem. And as the events unfolded, the story took the form that it took. So if Adam and Chava did not eat from the Eitz of Das, the tree of knowledge, then it would have told a different story. If we didn't build the Egel, the golden calf, it would have told a different story. If the Meraglim didn't come back with an evil report, it would have told a different story. There were many possibilities of stories that could have been told. The one that took place is the one that's the result of all of our choices. And very often that's how it works with life. Life is a series of choices, and those choices result in the existence that you have today. There's a worthless game that people play. They say, what if I could go back in time to when I was 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 or whatever age and start my life over again with what I know now? It's impossible. You would have just created a alternate reality because you wouldn't be you. You are the sum total of your decisions. And the Torah, as we have it today, is the sum total of our decisions. When Mashiach comes and everything goes back the way it was supposed to be, we're going to have different Yom Tovim, it says. How could that be? Because Pesach and Shavuos and Sukkot are the Torah in the form that it took, but it didn't have to take that form. It could have taken a different form. And so this is the story of creation. And so we begin the Torah with the Beis. And we are moving forward. always moving forward. And so you can look back to learn from your past mistakes. Hopefully you do. But all of creation is designed for one thing, and that is to move forward. And so we begin the first of our Parsha in 5 with Bereishis telling us this is the beginning, and the beginning goes forward. And so too, every one of us in our own lives should be always looking forward and taking that next step along the road, because this world is a road, is a path. That's where we're going. That's our purpose, is to reach a destination.